We have done several videos of these Ford GTs moving at speed and stationary revs, but we haven't really illustrated what this sounds like at lower down revs and lower down gear changes and stuff through more kind of residential slower roads. So I'm going to grab one of the available guys if I can find one. We're going to jump in this and take it for a ride. Residential area. This is slow speeds, cabin noise, stuff like that. We want you to hear it. We've got the mics and that on the back. How do you think the exhaust comes across, and how's it benefiting?
I think this exhaust works at all RPM ranges. I think if you want to enjoy it at low speed, you can roll on a little bit of throttle. We're on a wet section of road here in a built-up area, using moderate throttle inputs. I think this is a massive improvement over the stock exhaust, and as you pointed out, we've got plenty of high-speed footage of it. But if you're the owner of one of these cars, you want to enjoy the sensation of power at low speed. We don't always have to rev the nuts off it now to get that. It's there from low down in the RPM, but not intrusive if you don't want it. As soon as we're settled into a cruise, I'm now at a low throttle input, chilled enough, but there when you roll on some throttle. Or high speed. A wall coming up here, so this is too good an opportunity to miss.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things we were talking about earlier was the crossover bike, wasn't it?
And how twitchy these are.
Yeah, very, particularly. Well, this one's on better tyres as well. This is on PS4S's. The one on Cup 2s was really twitchy.
But yeah, you were saying, and we were saying, with the way it's been designed, it affects the sound in a certain way that other exhaust systems don't do.
That's correct, yeah. So it's got a very clever asymmetric X pipe in the back end. The idea is that at lower gas inputs, so low throttle inputs, they're essentially finding their path of best flow straight up and out. There's very minimal mixing of the cylinders at both banks. When you start to wind the car up and get it up the frequency range, what you'll hear is those gases smashed together in the mitered section of the X pipe, and that gives it a really thick, kind of doubled up note, so that you get this inherent thick resonance to the notes. If I drop it a peg now, I'll be a little bit careful with that. Listen to that back on the camera, what you'll hear is that X pipe really working. You'll hear it come in then.
It sounds amazing from where I'm sitting. I'm hoping it transgresses as well through camera. Pretty sure it will. And yeah, if you want any more information, just pick up the phone and let us know, or click the links below and subscribe, hit the bell. More crazy content of cool cars from QuickSilver.
Call us, get it done.
we have the 4GT, we have the newer one. We have done many systems of these lately. They're becoming very popular, and I just wanted to quickly tell you why. Apart from it sounding absolutely great, one of the best V6s I've ever heard. Very cool, really suits the car. But we have, on these systems, we coat these with a ceramic based Cerakote coating. I think that's what Cerakote. We only use this application for very high performance cars where the benefits are needed, really, and I'll tell you why. This customer, by the way, has had his own logo put on, ceramic coated, and he's opted for black tips that really suit the car. They raced a yellow and black one at Le Mans in the 60s, I think, and I wasn't sure about yellow, but it looks great. Anyway, back to the exhaust. This basically coating offers two or several benefits, two of which I will mention. The first of which is it reduces temperature. It keeps temperature within the tubing, which reduces temperature outside, obvious. It can be up to 20%, which can really help heat stress fatigue on surrounding parts and components. And you have some pretty expensive components there. That's the electrical module or hydraulic module that operates the rear diffuser. So if you can reduce the really high temperatures that come from the exhaust, affecting that over time, it will just live longer. And that goes the same with everything from brackets to hangers and that, and also the exhaust itself. We have there's two, one there, double, and another one there. These are the factory systems that come with the 4GT. Massive. That is, I cannot lift that with one hand even if I tried. There you go, can just about. But very bulky, heat clad. Over time, heat builds up and you get failures. It happened a lot with the titanium sport system as well. And it cracks, and basically it's no good. With a cracked exhaust, you won't pass your MOT, and it will sound pretty naff. So basically that's what this coating does. It helps with that. Now the other more controversial thing is why it was or is used in motorsport a lot, is it keeps, because of that, it keeps the temperature within the tubing hotter, and basically hotter gases move faster, so you can get them out the car quicker, which aids performance. And that's what this does, because the gases remain a bit hotter. If they cool on the edges, if the metalwork cools too much, the gases cool, it slows down flow, doesn't help performance. Pretty simple, really. You may have noticed on a cold day, even after cold start, your car may sound a little bit more lumpy. That's the hotter gases entering a cold environment, and that's just how sound works, really, with sound waves moving through the air. So that's a very basic explanation, but the proof is in the pudding. When Ben has done his thing, our tech, and fixes this up and makes it all look perfect, as he always does, we'll hear what it sounds like. See you then. So we were talking about earlier, just to emphasize the ceramic coating, I've got a temp gun here. On the inside of the tubing there is uncoated, and obviously on the inside the tips is coated. You see the difference in what the ceramic coat can actually do. If I put it on there, that's 157.9 degrees about, so whatever, it changes. And then on the tips there, it is down to 75, so it's quite a remarkable difference. And we were saying, obviously, different parts of the exhaust are affected by the heat and the exhaust more. If you ever, just to make this part here is 101, and then there, 120 where the gases meet. And surrounding components, for example, there's heat shield here, that's only at 57, gearbox, that's obviously got other stuff going on, 67. So it does its job, is the point we are making, and it sounds absolutely fabulous. So Ben is going to take it out on the road now. I'm sure he's going to be driving it soon. You looking forward to driving this?
I can't wait. We've had so many in here now, and I haven't had to go.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.